Well, hello, 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 and happy Thursday. It is Thursday on December 30th, 2021. And I am here with you tonight for Expand Your Intuition. Reverend Joanne Angel Barry Cologne, your certified holistic personal trainer, intuitive healer, cosmic energy reader, medical astrologer, master of numerology, and the creator of the Chakra Balance Numerology Cosmic Energy Forecast deck. Super excited to be here with you tonight for the last Thursday of 2021. Can we imagine it's the last Thursday of 2021? So what I like to do just for about 30 seconds is just do some housekeeping and make sure I am where I need to be. So I am going to be a little preoccupied. So if I'm not paying attention to you, know that I am actually paying attention, just checking in to make sure I'm where I need to be. So, and I'm on my Twitter page live. So for those of you who are here with me on this page, please go ahead and leave some comments, share this page, let me know what your thoughts are. And you can definitely leave comments below on the Twitter page. And if you have any personal questions that you'd like to email, you could do that at healingwithin76@gmail.com. And that goes for everybody. So welcome to my Twitter fans. Now I'm going to move over to my YouTube page to see if I am broadcasting live there, which I am. Super excited. Make sure I'm silently myself. Is there such a word? And for those of you who are watching on the YouTube channel, whether you're watching with me live or you're watching on the replay, do two things for me. A, hit that like button, and B, subscribe if you have not subscribed yet. Now I'm going to go and land on the final page that I have set myself up for, which is the actual group. Now, there's an actual group called Expand Your Intuition, which is on Facebook. And if you're interested in being a part of that group, you will need to friend me on Facebook, for those of you following on Twitter and YouTube. So go ahead, if you are interested in being part of that group, come join me there. So I am here, and what was I thinking? What was I saying? Going to be sharing this out to see who would like to come join me live. Hello, Mel. How are you? Nice to see you here. And just going to give me just a minute or two to connect and see who would like to join me live tonight. I know that many people might actually be sleeping at this point, but if you're around and you care to, feel free to come join me. And when you do, remember to say hello. Let me know that you are here with me. And I'm going to be diving into this in about 2 minutes. And I'm going to do my best to keep this at a comfortable time, shall we say. So this way here, we're not all going to be staying up all hours of the night to get through this. I'm just, again, sharing to some who may not, for whatever the reason be. All right. I think I have a few people who's going to be popping in. But anyway, so let me just go over the directions to how this works. Every Wednesday night or early Thursday morning, such as today, I go ahead and shuffle the deck and ask my higher self, what do we need to know for the energy that we are in? And considering we are literally in the energy of ending 2021 and moving into the energy of 2022, my question was, what do we need to know as we move into 2022? So again, I post the cards up on Wednesday, if not early Thursday morning. Usually there's 3 cards in the spread. Sometimes we'll get that unexpected 4th card that shows up. You get to choose that one card that resonates with you. And by doing that, again, if you are following me on my Facebook group, you get to post that number in the comments below. Those who are following on Twitter or YouTube and watching for the first time, or just watching continuously on those sites, that's fine too. You're welcome to come join the fun and post your number of the cards that you've chosen. And you can actually do that tonight if you like. I will show you the cards. Like I said, there's 3 cards to the spread, 1, 2, or 3. And I then provide insight, inspiration, and intuition to each card based on what shows up at the time that I go live with you. My whole mission is to provide that insight, inspiration, and intuition to give you guidance in reference to perhaps one chakra that you need to work on, one affirmation that's going to help you raise your vibration and possibly add to your story, and a number that's going to do two things: A, provide a hidden message, and B, possibly be aligned to your astrology natal chart, giving you more insight to what's going on for you. As I mentioned, I am the creator of the deck, and each card rather, has those three elements: a chakra color, a number, and an affirmation. So we're going to dive in. I'm going to dive in and give you some insight tonight. And all I need for you to do is play along and let me know what card you resonates with you. I like to assume that by the time I'm done reading all three cards come together and tell a story. And let's see if tonight's card spread does just that. So let's dive into it. This is the first card. So if you're following for the first time, or you're not a member on my group and you have not seen this card spread, this is your first card. And these are the back of the cards. That's the second card. And obviously you're going based on what resonates with you. And this is the third card. Okay, so I'm going to dive right into the very first card and see what shows up for all of us. So our very first card, now cards can show up in reverse, which is what this one's showing up. Now when a card shows up in reverse, two things take place here. You need to pay attention to the message because it's in reverse and there's something you need to hear. And also too, the chakra color, the chakra associated with that color needs your attention. In this case, it's the throat chakra. That needs your attention. Perhaps you need to work on clearing energy from the throat so you can express yourself more clearly, or even just speak altogether, and also activate your hearing so you can pay attention to what people are saying, and not just people, but also our spirit world, because we constantly gaining spiritual messages throughout the day. Whether those messages come through actual words, they come through numbers, they come through colors, they come through affirmations, whatever it is, we are always gaining insight as long as we're willing to listen for it. Now, the affirmation here is about play. So when we think about the word play and the actual meaning of play, when was the last time you played? When was the last time you were more in a playful conversation? Is why the card perhaps is showing up in reverse. It's reminding you to be more playful. It's reminding you to not take life so seriously. If anything, over the last 2 years, what we've learned is life is short. And you need to take some time to play. Tap into whatever it is that you find enjoyment from and play. I like to say, think about something that you enjoyed doing when you were a child and go and do that thing. So it could be football, it could be basketball, it could be playing on the swings, it could be jump roping, it could be double dutch. I don't know why I said that. It could be playing with your Barbie dolls. It could be playing with the trucks, whatever have you. Whatever the case is, this is a time, if you've chosen this first card, to get out there and play so you can be more playful when you communicate. Life does not have to be so serious. Conversations, even if the conversation might be serious, does not have to be so serious. The number 1 and 6 in numerology, the number 1 represents a new way of doing things, a new beginning. Maybe being more playful will activate a new process, a new way of doing something. And also maybe you might have to be the one to initiate the play. So if you happen to be in a relationship, which is what I'm hearing right now, be the one to initiate flirtation. Playful flirtation is what I just heard. So if you are in a relationship, be the one to initiate the play. The 6th energy is about how you can schedule some more play into your life. Where again, as we schedule our work hours and going to the doctor, going grocery shopping, whatever it might be, schedule in some play. Schedule in some play. Even if that play is a 10-minute play, schedule it in. I'm just taking note on my Facebook page. For those who are popping in, I will definitely give a shout out in a few seconds. I'm working on the first card. If you are new to this page, please let me know that you're new. And if you're not new, let me know which card you are resonating with. If you had a chance to check out the card spread earlier today, put your card number in the comments. So when I read the card, I know that I am actually talking to you. This is card number 1, and I was just talking about that number 6 energy, which is about scheduling some time for play. After all, that is the affirmation, play. Now, let's talk about the total number here when we add it up, because in numerology, that's what we do. We add the number up to a single digit, and that's 7. So in numerology, the number 7 is all about going within to play, sitting quietly to play. And when we talk about play, it doesn't have to be the physical play. It could just be in a sense of just being more playful. You don't have to be so serious. Also, that number 7 is about meditation, sitting quietly, going within, connecting, finding that balance between a lot of work and playing. I think that's really important, especially as we do move into 2022, because it's really about taking care of yourself and scheduling time for you. And remembering that you don't have to work a 12-hour day. You can work 8 hours of those 8 hours of the day, and then go and play for a little while afterwards. After all, that is the affirmation, play. Now, number 7 in astrology is associated to the 7th house, which is about balance and finding more justice in balance when we think about the play, and finding more balance with how you communicate and how you listen, speaking and listening. Make sense for the first card? The card's in reverse though, so pay attention to how often you're playing. If you are playing, pay attention to whether or not you need to be less serious and more playful when you have conversations with people. Pay attention to that. Pay attention to that. I want you to pay attention to that. And we're going to move into card number 2. So if you've chosen card number 2, this is for you. Card number 2 is also in reverse. So out of our 3 cards, we have 2 cards in reverse. So there's a lot of things we need to pay attention to. So let's talk about the chakra first. The chakra is the solar plex area, the belly, how we're digesting. And it's so funny because our first card's about the throat chakra. And the affirmation here is to listen and to talk, which is what the first card is. Remember how I mentioned about the cards come together and tell a story? Well, 2 cards so far, and that's what we're getting here. So listen and speak. Learn how to balance, which is that number 7 card. Learn how to balance between the 2. In fact, interesting enough, I was working with one of my clients tonight, and she had said to me that she's not used to being engaged in group conversations. So she wasn't really sure when she should be communicating and sharing and when she should be sitting back and listening. So this is a perfect card for her, in fact. Now, the yellow is all about, again, your solar plexus chakra, and it's about trusting your intuition. So following your intuition, pay attention to your intuition. Your intuition will guide you. All you need to really do is learn how to connect with your intuition and again, communicate with yourself and say, higher self, should I be doing it this way or should I do it this way? What serves me best? And I wouldn't use the word should. I would actually do what serves me best. Does it serve me best to have this conversation? Does it serve me best to listen? And then just pay attention to what your body tells you. So that listen and truth, actually speaking, listen and truth. When we say truth, it's like speaking the truth. The number here is 3. Now, the number 3 in numerology is associated with communication, listening, teaching, learning, and creating. But in astrology, the number 3 is associated with our Mercury energy, and also, again, the whole process of how we communicate, how we teach, how we learn, how we express ourselves. So in astrology and numerology, they're very similar. So our second card is all about trusting and learning to listen and speak your truth. Speak your truth. There's no reason to share a conversation and say something that's not truthful. And number 3 is about how you create your story, how you can become a storyteller as you share your story. Sharing your story and becoming a storyteller. Speaking and learning to listen. Love that. It's Cards in reverse, though, and again, when cards are in reverse, it's a reminder that we do need to pay attention to the message. Whether it's paying attention to the message, paying attention to the chakra specifically. So we have two cards already, throat chakra and solar plexus, which needs our attention. We need to work on clearing the energy so we can be better communicators and trust that connection. Because both cards, again, when we think about the throat chakra and the solar plexus, they're like allowing ourselves to trust the communication that we have with our higher self when it comes to our intuition. Love that. So let's see what card number 3 has in store for us. Card number 3 is an upright position. So when we think about upright, means there's no resistance here. And we always want to work on the chakras, though. So the chakra here is the sacral energy. So when we think about the sacral energy, the sacral is about how we create what we're creating and how confident are we to create. So think about that sacral energy of how confident are you to create. Now, our first card is all about playing. How confident are you to play? Our second card is about listen and speaking your truth. How confident are you to listen and speak your truth? Sacral energy is confidence, empowerment. Now, our affirmation is unconditional love. Now, how confident are you to love yourself unconditionally and also love others unconditionally as well? That's a biggie. That's a biggie. So again, I just want to welcome some who are jumping on now. We have Terry here as well on my Facebook group. Hello, hello. Now, the numbers, we have 9 and 6. Now, interesting enough, in our first card, we have number 6 as well. But let's talk about 9 for just a minute. In numerology, the number 9 is about learning to let go. And when we think about sacral energy, when the sacral energy is blocked or feeling a little sluggish, it could be that we're holding on to shame, guilt, judgment, and blame. So are you ready to let go of that so you can love yourself and love others with no conditions at all? There should be no reason why somebody needs to love you. They could just love you just the way you are. So if you are used to people loving you because of a certain condition you set up, let go of that. Work into that 9 energy and let it go. That 6 energy, again, is all about healing. So this is really a great card to heal. Unconditional love is a great way to heal. Now, when we add those two numbers up, it says 6. So in numerology, again, it's healing, the healer. It's also about nurturing and caring. But then you also have family and karmic lessons involved with that 6 energy. Now, when we talk about the astrology concept, it's learning to schedule. It's learning to organize. It's learning to be in a routine. Be in a routine of loving unconditionally. I think that's a great message right there. Yes, it is. So, those are our 3 cards for tonight. And I would like to think that 3 cards do come together and tell a story in one way or another. So here's how I'm going to tell the story with our 3 cards. The first card's all about playing, about communicating and playing. The chakras, the throat chakra, and it's about how we can play and how we can communicate in more playful ways where we don't have to be so serious with our conversations and we can actually initiate a more playful conversation. So that's the first card. Second card, solar plex and listening and being truthful. So when we learn to play more, we can actually learn to listen to one another as well. And when we play in such a fun, kind of innocent way that things can be very truthful. And then as we learn to play and as we learn to listen to one another, that's where the unconditional love definitely comes in. Because we do learn to love each other more when we're more playful. Our 3 chakras to work on between now and next week. Your homework as we move into the new year is we have the sacral, the solar plex, and the throat. Sacral, solar plex, and the throat. So when we think about the sacral energy, it's allowing yourself to clear the energy so you can start creating and rebirthing this amazing energy and moving that energy into the solar plex so you can trust this and feel worthy enough to be able to express the things you are creating. See how it comes together? I always say it tells a story. So your numbers again are 7, which is all about going within and just being quiet so you can listen. 3 is about communicating, listening and communicating with higher self, spirits, loved ones, angels, ancestors, and then learning to love yourself unconditionally so you can have these amazing conversations in a much more playful way. So those are your cards for tonight. I would really love to know which card you chose tonight. If you had a chance to choose a card, know that every Wednesday, sometime after 5 p.m. Wednesday night, I go ahead and post up the spread of cards. The average spread is 3 cards to the spread. Sometimes we get 4, and then I come and share insight with you right here after 9 o'clock p.m. on Thursday night, Eastern time, that is. And I look forward to connecting with you. I look forward that you come and you play and you interact with me, because that's what it's all about. And that's what I really enjoy, that you're actually interacting with me. So when you do pull a card and that card resonates with you, letting me know the card you've chosen. And I know there's a handful of you that's chosen either the first card or the second card. So I'd be really curious to know, for those of you who will be watching on the replay on my Facebook page, what card, the card that you chose, did it resonate with you? And if all 3 cards came together to tell you that story. So once again, just to conclude, for those of you who are watching on my Twitter page, feel free to leave comments on the Twitter page, and I'll come back and respond. Those of you watching on my YouTube channel, I'm not quite sure how the comments work there. So if you do have a question or a comment, feel free to email healingwithin76@gmail.com. If you would like to get onto my Facebook group, you can Google Expand Your Intuition, and then I think you can Google Expand Your Intuition and find me, or you would definitely Google my name, Joanne Angel Barry Cologne, and find me on Facebook. And then from there, you can become a friend. You can become a member on my Facebook page, my private page for that matter. Now, just a little notation here. If you are male watching this and you are looking to friend me, you're probably going to have to email me to let me know that you are watching and that you want to be my friend on my Facebook page, because I do not just bring in men on my Facebook page without some sort of referral of another friend. I know it sounds weird, but that's what I do. So if you are watching and you are interested in joining the private group of Expand Your Intuition, you will need to email healingwithin76@gmail.com. Let me know that you saw this episode, this live, which is on Thursday, December 30th, the last Thursday of the year. And I will be more than happy to having you join the private group. All right. So with all that being said, should you be curious, wondering what 2022 has in store for you on a more personal level, this is a great time to turn around and go ahead and schedule a 12-card Cosmic Energy Soul reading, because as we move into the new year, I'm going to have some amazing specials. Right now, the regular rate is $199.99. And if you mention today's live, I will be happy to give you a 12-card Cosmic Energy Soul reading for 2022 for the amazing price of $99.99. But you do need to mention that you watched it here, and I will schedule you on my calendar for the new year. Anytime in January works for me. All I need to know is when works for you. So to do that, email healingwithin76@gmail.com. And I look forward to offering you that 12-card Cosmic Energy Soul reading to give you all the insight that's in store for you for 2022. But for now, I thank those who are with me following tonight live and those who are watching on the replay. I appreciate your time, and I do look forward to connecting with you on the first Thursday in the new year. Have yourself an awesome night. Stay safe. Enjoy wherever you are in the world. Happy New Year early. And I do look forward to connecting with every one of you in the new year. But for now, enjoy the rest of tonight And I hope to see you. I hope to come on live tomorrow at some point. After all, tomorrow's Friday, and there's a lot to be said about Friday's energy. So I will connect with all of you later. Thank you so much for following me this evening, and I do hope the cards resonated. And just once again, for those watching on my Facebook page, I would love to know which card you chose, and then if all three cards resonated with you. But for now, have yourself an awesome night. Bye-bye for now. All right, guys, one last reminder. If you are interested in knowing what's going on for you in 2022, this is an amazing time to go ahead and reserve your 12-card Cosmic Energy Soul reading. The regular value of that is $199.99, but you can get that 12-card reading now for $99.99, and that's for the first week of the new year. So go ahead and redeem this special price. All you need to do is email healingwithin76@gmail.com, mention this live video, and then mention $99.99, and that's your price, and I'll set you up on my calendar. Till then, have yourself an awesome night, and I look forward to connecting with you again soon. Bye-bye.